Hey, assistant coach, how are you guys doing? It is me, Johnny Sports, and welcome back to the top 5 talents of the week. Week number 2. You guys have smashed over 3,000 likes for the first episode. If you guys can smash 2,000 on this one, we'll have another episode next week. It starts off again with the structure. You can see it on your screen right now. Player stats first season, how much you have to pay in order to get those players, and then the player stats in the 5th season, and also my opinion on these players. Let's start off with Jorge Sanz. This is probably the way to pronounce his name. He is a center back. We are starting off at the back just like we did in the last episode. Again, another center back that is tall, another one that does have quite decent pace and also really good strength on him for his rating. He's only 18 years old, he has 80 potential, and he's playing for CD Tenerife. The reason I picked this guy is that I am always open to offer you guys new Road to Glory type career mode talents, and this is exactly one of them. He's 6'2" tall. He can also play in the CDM position, which you will see later on. After 5 seasons, you'll see his stats. You only have to pay 700k in order to be able to get this guy into your team. You can probably try to buy him for a little bit less than that. He is definitely a talent that I would personally pick up because of his height and also because of his defensive skills. When I played matches, he was always the center back that did the great job for me, and he was always the guy to strengthen out his opponents and just get to the ball by using his strength and his stand tackling. You definitely have to train him up in the stamina and his slide tackling. That's one thing, but he grew by plus 11 within 5 seasons. He was the center back for my team in that time. And now let's move over to the left back position, and this guy is the new left back on the scene with 4-star skills. In total, there are 6 left backs with 4-star skills, but this is the second place one considering his potential. He starts off at a 67 rating, 20 years old, and he's playing for CD Huachipato. Maybe that's the way to pronounce it, I don't know. But he has 79 potential. As I mentioned, he is the second highest 4-star skilling left back with his potential. You can take a look at his stats right here as well. He's 5'9" tall, from Chile, and he does also have a 5-star weak foot, which is great for being able to cross it in with both of his feet. But the thing is, for this guy I had to pay a little bit more, even though he wasn't that much higher rated than other players, because a couple of other clubs wanted to buy him. So you can probably also buy this guy for around 800 to 1 million. That should be an offer that his team does accept. He's now at a 76 rating. He started off at a 67, so plus 9 within 5 seasons. He is now 24 years old. And look at his stats. His physical stats are still improving. He does have a lot of stamina. And in the last season before this one, he actually had 7 goals and 9 assists. Yes, I still remember that because that was just so surprising to me. Try him out. He's so much fun to play with. But for this week, I have to say this is the best player I have used. It is Nathan from Chelsea, or now playing for Vitesse. Take a look at the run that he just had right there with the skills. He is a skiller, a 4-star skiller with these stats. He's starting off at a 72, center attacking midfielder, 19 years old, starts his career in FIFA 16 at Vitesse. He is loaned out, so that means you can only buy him at the start of your 2nd season. He has 85 potential. He is the highest potential player in this week's episode, and he just is basically, I just fell in love with this guy. He is so good. If I do a career mode in the BPL with a team that doesn't have the high rated players, I will definitely try and go for this guy. I mean, he is so good on the pitch. He just felt like that center attacking midfielder that you want to have, and definitely with a little bit of training he can get really good. I had to pay 8.5 million for him, and that was a lot of money, but that was in the 2nd season and he already grew, and you will see his stats later on after this. After 5 seasons though, he went up to the 81 rating, so he starts off at a 72 and he got to the 81 rating. His physical stats are great. His ball control and dribbling, dribbling 93, take a look at that. 32 games played, 14 goals scored and 8 assists for the team so far. Definitely the most fun player to use apart from Vehar in the left back position. In the second season, if you buy him, he can actually be a 76 rated player, because I started a career mode and bought him at the start of the second season and he was already at a 76, so +4 on his rating after one season at Vitesse. He can also play left wing, he can also play right wing, so this guy is really versatile and you can have so much fun with him if you put him into your squad, so definitely try him out. Well, let's move on to the left wing position, which is a player that probably a lot of people don't know, because I've seen him play against Borussia Dortmund and he just convinced me. Zeknini or Zehnini, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he is such a sick talent. I've watched a few videos of this guy in real life and he looks so good. He's only 17 years old. And when Borussia Dortmund actually played against his team, there was an interview with Mats Hummels, I think, where he said that guy on the left-hand side was really good, and the reporter then said he's only 17 years old, and he was like, holy shit. I think he said something along those lines. So this guy is definitely a promising player for the future. He doesn't have the highest potential or the highest rating. He starts off at a 63 rating and has a 78 potential, but from the looks of it, he is definitely a player that will rise and shine at some point. I only had to pay 750k for him, and after 5 seasons he went up to the 70 rating, which isn't that good, but if you train this guy, you will definitely have a good player on your hands. His stamina isn't too bad, his acceleration and sprint speed, I mean his physical stats, they are good enough for a winger, but you definitely have to work on his technical stats to make him a guy that can cross it in or just dribble around defenders and take a shot. In 23 games he scored 6 goals for me, but no assists. That means he definitely needs to learn how to cross, and you guys will have to do that in the training sessions. Now let's move over into the striking position, and the last player of this episode, Iseka. Leia Iseka. He is playing for RSC Anderlecht and he starts off at a 65 rating and he has 83 potential on him. Another very young player, only 17 years old. Physical stats are like really good, but the only thing that is missing is the stamina. The stamina is something you can train in this FIFA, and I would definitely recommend you guys to do it. It's the beat your man drill, which helps him improve his stamina, which is in dribbling. But he is a 3-star weak foot, 3-star skiller, and he is the striker of this team. You can take a look at how much I had to spend for him. It was only 1 million. Anderlecht wanted 1.2, but I offered 1 million and they in the end accepted that. He's definitely a guy that is really a project that you have to work on for a while. But as you guys know, in those 5 seasons, I never train any of these players, so all the growth that you are seeing on your screen, that is just generic growth. With 5 seasons of simulations, this happened. He went up to the 74 rating, which is good. He's definitely now a striker that is able to finish and get a lot of goals in. 80 finishing on him, 27 matches played, 7 goals and 2 assists in that last season. But before that, he always had above 10 goals, so no worries about that one. He's definitely a good player, but my favorite in this episode is Nathan. Let me know in the comments down below which one you like the most and which one you want to use in your next career mode or your current career mode. And also leave some comments down below and let me know which talents you think deserve a spot in the top 5 talents of the week for the next week. Take care, assistant coaches. Smash 2,000 likes for the next episode, and peace.